Hey, what's going on, everyone? So today we are going to be putting on the TheHidFactory's headlights. They're like H1 mini projectors by Morimoto. Typically, I think they come with the 8.0 projectors. I reached out to them directly, and they put in the 9.0, which is the latest and greatest thing Morimoto has on their website, the improvements on them or whatever. So the TheHidFactory did that for me. I got the DRLs and the turn signals as well, and the switchback bulbs, side marker bulbs. So we got the Morimoto wiring harness, relay, control, whatever all this entails. So that's gonna help us install this. And the ballast, we got two of them, obviously. So I'm going to be walking through how to do this. Already took bumper off, obviously a 4th gen bumper, but it comes off basically the same way. It is 3 nuts on each side of the frame rail. If they have not been modified or replaced, they are 18mm nuts, and they have the tabs on them, so you don't need a wrench, you just need a ratchet to get inside, using a swivel socket or a universal socket and an extension, and you should be able to get them all out, as long as they're not rusted as well. Mine came out pretty easily, and yeah, I'm gonna start tearing the rest of it apart. Now this is gonna be a temporary install because I will be ripping all this out to do the common rail conversion. So it's not going to be the prettiest install, but it should show you what you need to do to get the job done. So if you've never taken any of these headlights off before, it's 3 10mm bolts, as long as they've all been put back on from whoever previously installed them. So one there, one there, one there. I guess these were running lights here at one point, and they were spliced into running light, side marker light, turn signal, whatever you want to call it. They haven't worked in a long time. But anyways, so I had to take those apart. Other than that, the lights came right out. And for the turn signal and the DRL, the switchback DRL turn signal combo, I'm just going to go back right in those same spots. I think that looks much better already. I think that looks mean. I did notice, so these housings on these new lights, not sure if you can pick it up right there or not. It says dynamic. And I was looking at these as well. And if you look closely, again, not sure if it'll pick it up or not, but right there, it says dynamic as well. So I don't think these housings are anything spectacular. They look nice. They look like they're decent quality. And I've had these on for a long time and never really took care of them. And I've never had any issues with them cracking or peeling or, you know, any spots melting in them or even really fading or anything like that. All right, so for the DRLs, I just want to show you real quick. So there's these new splices in them, and then they have the spot in the back where you can tap into them. Oh, I accidentally closed that one. So let's go over here. So it'll be kind of hard for me to hold the camera and do this at the same time, so hang on. So if you look at the end of this to plug. And it basically just plugs in on the end of that. If it was clamped all the way down, right in there. Now, if you look at, so this is for your parking lights, turn signal, running lights, whatever you want to call them. It actually shows you, says ground on the back, and minor and major. Not sure if the camera's going to pick that up. But the major, if I remember, no, the minor, if I remember correctly, is going to be your running light, and the major is going to be your turn signal. I'll verify this and let you guys know. Alright, so I did confirm that the minor on here, that is in fact the running light, and the major is the turn signal. Because, as you can see from where it was spliced in before, right where my thumb is, maybe, depending on the light, I basically just took a test light and touched the wire there. Again, if I could do that with two hands and still show you on video, I would. I might be able to. So here's a test light. There's test light. It is not lit up, showing no voltage. And right there, I made contact with it and it was on. There it is. All right, so I got the parking light hooked up, and that's bright. It looks awesome. I like it. I just reused, like I said before, I just reused the spots that were tapped into before. Except this time I put dielectric grease in there just to make sure it doesn't get corroded and lose its connection. Again, this is temporary. I still need to do the turn signal yet. I will be doing that here shortly. Again, be using some dielectric grease. Something must be loose there. It's flickering. Or it was flickering. Maybe it's not pushed in all the way. Anyways, also make sure when you're splicing into these wires, use a pair of pliers and squeeze these down, and make sure they lock into place. There is also this little diagram on here. It tells you basically the colors and what they do on the headlights. So right here you see it's amber, white, and black, and tells you what the functions are. Next we got the turn signal bulbs. These are Morimoto XB LED turn signal bulbs. They're switchbacks, so the turn signal function is an amber color and the running light is a white. I'll get them in and show that to you. Alright, there is the running light function. And the turn signal function on both of them. Both of them light up amber for turn signal and white for the running light function. Well, I'm gonna have to do this quick before I run out of memory on my camera. So this is the Morimoto relay. So what it looks like is it gets hardwired to the battery. Then it just goes out to each headlight assembly. So assuming you mount it on the driver's side, this would go to your driver's side headlight assembly. This is going to be, that goes to your ballast, that goes to your high beam, and then here's your H13 plug from the truck, which this is a second gen, so it's actually 9004, but I have these adapters again for whenever I do the common rail conversion. So the blue side is going to go into the truck, and then this side is going to go into this plug right here. And then same thing, this is just the other side. All right, so this side's all hooked up. I just ended up using factory ground right there. And just took this ground and added it to it. Mounted a ballast there. Mounted a ballast there. Underneath the battery box, I need to put that back in. And I am using that bolt and hole for this relay. Now the only problem that I'm running into is I'm not getting any high beam. So you can see the high beam light is illuminated and the lights will not dim. So hoping it is something simple. Maybe these grounds are no good. So we'll have to dive in and figure out what the issue is. All right, so I don't know, this is my phone. I don't know how it looks at it recording. Anyways, so what we have here is I got my lights working. It is actually the next day. Turns out that these adapters that I got were wired wrong, and I'll show you exactly what I did to fix the issue and how I figured out what wire to put where. I took my test light here. Make sure you got a good ground. So I just went right to the battery. How you test for a good ground. What I did here was I went and started pinning each of these wires out. So I have it on low beam and I got voltage there. And what I ended up finding out was this pin that I'm on now would be high beam. I can't go and dim it right now. But low beam, high beam, and black wire's ground. And then I went online and I looked up what the pin out is for an H13 light bulb, and I just wired it up. I popped the pins out of this socket here and reconfigured them. As you can see from left to right, it would be red, blue, black, which would be red is high beam, blue is low beam, black is ground. And how it came would be high beam, ground, low beam. This is the one that I did not redo. And I switched that all around and it worked perfectly. And now you can see we got lights that function properly. The projectors are working. Let's go inside here. No dim high beam light, no high beam light at all. Watch outside. Dim them again. So it works now. All right, bumper's back on. It's tightened up. Gotta leave here. Yeah, I know I got a missing grill insert. Lights are all wired up, working great. And here it is with the headlights actually on. I'm happy with the way they turned out. I think they look good. A very nice light for these trucks. All right, so that wraps this video up. Next video, I'll probably just be a short video talking about how to do a P-Pump 6.7 or a P-Pump common rail block. Everything that I did, everything I used. I did this over 10 years ago, I think. Same with this bumper. I think I did that right when I came home from basic training in AIT in 2014, maybe 2015. I'm not sure. But the plan is to do sport front end over the winter. I also have a mint condition bed that'll be going on. So I'll talk about that in the next video. Maybe the next video I will also go through all the parts that I have, that I will be ordering that I don't have yet, and tearing this truck apart to make this build happen. Thanks for tuning in.